shows one navigation, one red navigation like that. I said risk. I'm like, risk how? And I was bothered a little bit, so I checked, and this particular application can also help you clean where you have been to. It can also clean the traces or the footprint, right? Let's say, for example, right now, you have been to maybe, let's say, a digital marketing platform where they usually send you a spam. They send you messages every now and then, and you want to get information from them again. So if you have such tool, it can also block that. You may not actually receive that. And one of the things I also want to talk about here is our email culture. Some of us, the email that we have that happens to be good quality emails, let me just say maybe 10%. Others, spams. They just send junks to you. Some of us, we don't even read those things. They are promotions, right? So when Google gives you 14 gig, is it 14 gig or 15 gig that they give you, and just 1 gig is made up of quality mails, and all that, the remaining 13 gig actually made up of spam and some other unwanted emails that you have there. So you can use some of this application to do cleanup. So you can clean up your email box, and this can also help you erase certain impression, certain things that you have done on the internet. Some of these tools can do all of that for you, but if they are not available for free, you might have to pay if you need that premium version or premium service. So, but basically you can use this to scan your email, and it will give you information about the password, their physical address, about family members, about the username that you have used, about the phone number, in order to be more secured in the cyberspace. There's another one that I would like to also mention, which is also called clean email, right? So this clean email can clean your email for you, can clean your mailbox for you, but it comes at a premium. So you might try some of these things. You can try the free version. The free version will at least still clean, like let's say maybe 10% of what you currently have. So, and I think that's a good one. So maybe you do 10% now, you maybe another time you do another 10%, another time you do another 10%. I mean, that will help you free some space in your mail. And finally, I'll be speaking about the 5 steps to stop being tracked. So like it has been ascertained that we use your digital footprint can be used to trace you online. So the very first thing you do is you install VPN. So if you are a celeb and you are browsing the internet every time, right, use VPN to hide your IP address, and this solution or this service will basically encrypt your internet connection. What do I mean? It will change, it won't give people the accurate, for example, it may not show that, okay, this is Aloore radio. It may show something else, maybe a number of special characters together, and it will not show the real name. So that's one of the things that the VPN does. And it also hide your location as well. So it doesn't show people the original location, your original location. So if you browse the internet a lot and you do stuff, so you can, just get a VPN. We have good ones, not too expensive, like $2, $3 that you can subscribe to. Then use privacy focused browser. Make sure you use, not all the time that you want to use incognito. Incognito, it's a Chrome browser, but that particular part, that environment does not store information. It doesn't accept cookies, right? Let's say I want to go to Aloore Radio right now, and I now visit Aloore Radio with my incognito browser, right? It won't ask me for, because that environment, that browser doesn't, it's immune, it's well protected. It doesn't allow just any traffic to come in and all of that. It doesn't just store anything. It doesn't even store any information. So if you want to do transaction around credit card, around transfer, let's say you want to buy something on Jumia, please use incognito so that your information is not, vulnerable. So that's one of the things that incognito will do for you. It will block trackers. Jumia wants to know that okay, you bought this, I can also serve you this, you can also get this, you can also get that, right? So in that case, use incognito. For sensitives, when you want to do anything that you don't want to give out your information, please use incognito. Some people are just used to it. I use incognito virtually every time because I'm also an IT person, and I also don't want everybody to see my footprint out there. So to avoid avoid that. To avoid distributing my digital footprint, I just use incognito to just cut that off for me. So you can also enable, browser privacy settings. So you also want to do that. You go and check your cookies and all of that. Then there's another thing that I also would like to share, which is a Google Alert. For some of us that are actually influencers, you might want to track how people are talking about you on the internet. So to do that, you can install what we call Google. No, you don't have to install it. Just go to the browser. Just type Google Alert. Google Alert, for example, right now, this is Aloore radio station. So I think my host can also work on that. You want to know how many people actually mentioned Aloore radio today. I mentioned Aloore radio this morning. So if they install Google Alert, they will be able to track people that have mentioned their name on the internet, and that will be like, oh, some people are talking about us. So this is good, fantastic. So they just get a log. They just get information about the fact that somebody mentioned their name. So if you are a celeb, you are influencers in the cyberspace, you can use this service, so you know who is mentioning your name, whether they are saying it positively or they are saying it negatively. So you can also use that to also manage your footprint. Then you can also do review app permission. There's this thing that we don't pay attention to. Many times when we're using application for the very first time, using app for the very first time, we don't get to they don't ask us about certain things about us. But once you install it, the next available update that they will make available, right? Once it comes to your phone, you don't even read. You just say, okay. You started enjoying it. Let's say, for example, is a free version of app, and maybe their own objective is to capture certain information about you, and they give you the opportunity to install it for the first time. So you installed it, and you're using it, and you're enjoying the service. The next update they're going to push, they may push updates about getting certain information from you. And many times in this part of the world, we don't read. You just say, okay. Please pay attention to what you are saying okay to. Anytime something is being prompted, relax, sit back and look through. Make sure you understand what they are saying before you press okay. If you can't, okay. For example, right now, this loan applications, I mentioned this few weeks back, that many times when people are desperate for money, you want to borrow like 10,000 or 2,000 naira, and the app will just come and just say, okay, the only collateral that you have is your contact. Oh yeah, give us access to your contact, right? And they want to give you 10,000 naira, and they